welcome to the series of Chinese historic stories. Have you heard of the 4 great beauties in ancient China? Today I'm gonna share one of them story, Wang Zhaojun. As one of the famous Greek beauties in ancient China, she could have become the emperor's concubine, but instead she was married off to a foreign land. That's all because she offended a court painter. After her husband passed away, the local custom forced her to marry his son, and later even his grandson. So Wang Zhaojun was born into an ordinary rural family. Her parents, unable to conceive for a long time, so they often visited the temples to pray for a child. One night, her mother dreamed that the moon in the sky entered her body. Not long after, she gave birth to an extraordinarily beautiful girl. So how beautiful was Wang Zhaojun? So according to the legend, when she traveled to the home from marriage, she played the pipa. Her music and beauty was so enchanting that the wild geese flying overhead forgot to flap their wings and fell from the sky. Even though her parents were illiterate farmers, they still ensured that she learned to read and write from a young age, and they even encouraged her to study dance and music. At 16, the emperor ordered the young, beautiful women from all across the country to enter the palace. Because of her striking appearance, she was chosen. However, unlike many other girls who were so favored, she never even met the emperor. Why? Because the emperor relied on the portraits. So many palace maids bribed the painters to enhance their looks. But Wang Zhaojun, confident in her natural beauty, refused to bribe and even mocked the painter. In revenge, he painted her as plain and unattractive. As a result, the emperor never summoned her. That year, the powerful nomadic Xiongnu tribe asked for Han princess in marriage to secure peace. Since no true princess was winning, the emperor chose a palace lady instead, and Zhaojun volunteered. So before her departure, finally the emperor saw her and was stunned by her beauty. He regretted not meeting her early, but it was too late. So to honor his promise, he had to send her away. In anger, he killed the painter who had deceived him. Carrying her pipa, Wang Zhaojun set off on a long journey to the frontier, bringing peace through marriage. Unlike other women crying all day after being married off, Zhaojun embraced her new life. She introduced Han cooking methods, farming tools, and the weaving to the Xiongnu, helping them settle and prosper. 3 years later, her husband passed away. She asked the emperor to let her return, but the new emperor rejected, and she was forced by the Xiongnu custom to marry to her stepson, and later to her new ruler. At just 22, she has already induced immense emotional pressure. 11 years later, her second husband passed away, and she was again forced to remarry. Eventually, the sadness and illness overcame her, and at 35, she passed away. Though the Xiongnu custom didn't allow a proper tomb, but they cherished her so much, and they built a symbolic grave in her honor. Because of her, the peace between the Han dynasty and the Xiongnu lasted for nearly half a century.